Alright, let's have a look at this. So apparently I missed new socketable preview. Oh, it's these. Oh shit. Okay. As we mentioned in our plan for the 0.2.1 last week, we'll be adding a plethora of new crafting socketables in the endgame. The socketable system is one of the many crafting systems available in Path of Exile 2. The idea is for them to help you out during your campaign progression to fill out any missing attribute or resist that you might be lacking. That's the whole purpose of them, right? We talked about this before. After you progress into the endgame and fill out those stats in your gear, they can be swapped out for different stats like damage, defense, that you can min-max your character. We talked about the issue with that in the last time we spoke about these from the actual the planned patch changes, right? Either way, however, one of the issues that we currently have with socketable crafting system is that by the time you get to the end game, there isn't really anything new or exciting to find to replace your old runes. In the 0.1, we're adding 22 new runes. All of these new runes will be world drops only, which means you won't be able to upgrade any existing runes to get them. Here are a few examples that speak for themselves. Wonder Staff gets plus a level of all spell skills. Huh? So can we assume that Scepters might get plus level of minion skills? Huh. Farrell's Rune of the Chase. Boots have 5% increased movement speed. You know what this means, right? You know what this means. This means that you're always gonna want to do a corruption on your boots to get double sockets, so that you can get 10% extra movement speed. I'm not sure if I like this. You know what I would rather see? I would rather see a rune that would be like, it replaces your movement speed from your boots, and now it becomes the movement speed that you have on the rune, and have the rune go up to like 30%. But another thing to point out, though, is a 5% increased movement speed. This will be mandatory. People go for at least 30%. If you have the money, you go for 35% movement speed on boots. And then you would put this on, so you can get 40% MSM boots. This is going to be one of those that 95% of all builds will use. I don't know, like, I like the idea of having runes that is attractive. I'm not a big fan of runes that becomes, this is the one you have to use to make the game feel good. 10% damage taken your mana before life. That's like, this is a perfect example. This is a great one. You see, some builds do mob style, right? And then some people just want a portion of that. This rune is great. This is an attractive rune that some builds will be able to utilize if they want to. And it's an attractive rune. This is a perfect example of that. This one feels like I would never use anything but this. This is one of the 14 new soul cores, Takati Soul Core Affliction. Soul cores can be found in endgame ultimatum encounters in the Trial of Chaos. Enemies you curse have negative chaos rest. That's also a very attractive one. I would happily lower energy shield on my current ritualist build to do this. This is another great example. One of the 7 new talismans, Talisman the Ruldana. New talisman can be dropped in the Asmerian Spirit possessed enemies. A martial weapon, reduced poison duration, but target can be affected by +1 of your poisons at the same time. Huh. As you can see from the crafting socketables we've shown above, the power ceiling from socketables is being raised, as these are also intended to be valuable chase drops. You shouldn't expect to find these trivially. They are rare, and they're intended to be mid to long-term character upgrades that you can do incrementally as you play deeper and deeper into the endgame. Got a lot more coming in the 0.2.1 patch, which we're still working on. Later this week, we'll also show off some of the new unique items that will be released in the new update. Despite our attempts to have 0.2.1 ready for deployment this week, we do need a little bit of time. So we we've shifted it to the following week. Okay, so it won't be this week, it'll be next week. That's quite interesting. Yeah, I mean, the martial weapon, if you get 3 sockets on a weapon, you can have +3 poisons. So this is what I was talking about before as well. This is an attractive chase socketable that looks really cool. Might even be build enabling. This one is attractive. It's not something that you have to use, but it's attractive. This attractive. This is like you have to use this. I don't know how I feel about that. It's like another problem we have is unique boots that don't have movement speed, like Bones of Ulur, for example. The reason we use Bones of Ulur in my Ritualist build that we made, that one is like we compensate the lack of movement speed on the boots by having movement speed on the tree. But if you played without Bones of Ulur, we would lose a lot of damage, but we would be able to get really, really, really high movement speed. And then the build or the game would feel a lot smoother to play because we'd be faster. It's like everyone complains about how slow it is. And then they introduce something like this, and like I would never use anything but this in my boots because of the fact that I'm slow. And I would like, if I use unique boots, I'm 100% going to make sure that I get one with 2 sockets. I would sacrifice damage to get this speed, because it just makes it feel so much better. This, I will say this though, that the plus level of all skills, this is concerning for the simple fact that if they give us +1 to minion skills on scepters, that's again one of those things that you're gonna have to use this. And it's going to be way better than anything else that you have access to. And I don't like when we have things that are mandatory or this is the only thing, the only choice. I'd like to have things that are incentivizing us to make different choices. But then again, I mean, it's better than what we currently have, so it is definitely an improvement. But I'm just saying that that's my current concerns about this, especially the movement speed ones. But that is the new SOCKETABLES that we're going to be seeing, not this week, but the next week. Hope you guys like this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, stay safe and keep rocking.